Today I am once again using the same MakerFab's 4.2-inch triple color e-ink display, but this time in a real-world wireless temperature monitoring project. In the previous video, we explored this display in detail. I showed you how to load images, write text, display custom graphics, and even how to print a numeric value on the screen. And honestly, its performance was unbelievable. The moment I turned off the lights, it disappeared exactly like real paper. And when I turned the lights back on, it came back just like a printed sheet. That's the magic of e-ink. And this specific feature, holding the image even after power is completely removed, makes it perfect for today's project. Because once a temperature reading is printed on the display, the power usage drops to almost zero. Even a tiny LiPo battery can last for months. Of course, you can directly plug sensors into this board. It's super easy. But today, I'm going to do it in a completely different way. Let's imagine a real scenario. Your temperature sensor is installed outdoors and your e-ink display is indoors. So the data has to be sent wirelessly, and that's exactly what we are going to do. Today, I will show you two wireless techniques to send temperature readings. Number 1. ESP-Now, ultra low power, direct device-to-device communication. Number 2. Through IP address, using Wi-Fi network connectivity. So whether you want a local battery-powered setup or a Wi-Fi connected smart home system, both options are covered. Before we jump in, all the important libraries, board settings, and setup steps were already explained in the previous video. I'm not going to repeat them here, so if you missed that episode, definitely watch it. It will help you follow along with zero confusion. Now let's talk about the transmitter side. I am using a regular ESP32 dev module and the DS18B20 waterproof one-wire digital temperature sensor. The wiring is extremely simple. The data wire goes to GPIO 4, VCC goes to 3.3 volt, and GND goes to the ESP32 ground pin. That's it. Next, let me show you the two programs we will be using for this project. This first one is the ESP-Now transmitter code. As you can see, the DS18B20 temperature sensor is connected to GPIO 4, and this program simply reads the temperature and sends it wirelessly to the receiver. And this other one here is the receiver code. Its job is to listen for the incoming ESP-Now packets and then print the received temperature value on the e-ink display. Now, I am not going to explain how ESP-Now works internally because I have already explained all of that in my previous video in complete detail. So, here's what you need to do. Upload the receiver code first, open the serial monitor, and copy the MAC address. Then open the transmitter code, paste the MAC address with the 0x prefix, and finally upload the transmitter code. I have already uploaded both programs, so let's go ahead and watch them in action. For testing purposes, I have set the update interval to 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes, the temperature value is read from the sensor and then printed onto the e-ink display. And as you already know from my previous video, the printing process on an e-ink display is a little slow. It takes a few seconds to refresh the screen. But that's completely normal because e-ink is not designed for fast animations. It's designed for clarity, stability, and ultra-low power. And honestly, that's the beauty of this technology. Once the value is printed, it just stays there without consuming almost any power. Now let me apply some heat to the temperature sensor. Let's wait for the value to update. And there it is. The e-ink display has refreshed and the new temperature value is now printed on the screen. Super clean, sharp, and completely readable from any angle. Now watch this. I'm going to cut the power completely. And as you can see, the temperature value is still there. This is what makes e-ink displays so incredible. There's no backlight, no refresh cycles, no power drain, just a stable, paper-like image that stays visible even with zero power. Honestly, this is one of those things that never stops amazing me. Imagine using a tiny LiPo battery and still getting months of operation for off-grid sensors, weather stations, meters, timers. This is absolutely perfect. Alright, now that we have tested the ESP-Now version successfully, let's take a look at the second method, sending temperature data through the IP address. This is the transmitter side code, and this one here is the receiver side code. You can see the temperature sensor is still connected to GPIO 4 just like before. And this time, make sure you update the SSID, password, and the IP address according to your own Wi-Fi network. So here's what you need to do. First, upload the receiver side code into the E-Ink display controller. Once the upload is complete, open the serial monitor and you will see the IP address assigned to the board. Simply copy that IP address, then open the transmitter code and paste it in the correct place. Once that's done, go ahead and upload the transmitter code as well. And from this point onward, everything works exactly the same way. The transmitter keeps sending the temperature value over your local network, and the ESP32 S3 on the receiver side prints that value onto the E-Ink display. Clear, sharp, and paper-like, just the way E-Ink is meant to be. It's fast, reliable, and honestly pretty fun to watch because the entire system feels like a proper real-world wireless monitoring setup. So, that's all for now. Support me on Patreon for more videos. I hope you liked today's episode. Like and share this video with your friends. See you in the next episode, and thanks for watching.